Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare.
Good morning, everyone, and happy this stuff. All right. You know what? I forgot to close the door. 1 second. All righty, there we go. Now we're back in action. Good morning, everybody. The cough persists. Yay. Let's see here. First things first, this is Free Form Friday, which means Open Form Friday, which means you get to ask questions and I get to give you the answers. I do have one thing spun up, possibly some dumb news here in a second. But for the most part, this is your opportunity to get involved, to contribute, and to make the chat go crazy with your crazy ass questions. So let me go ahead and I'm going to hit the refresh button on this. And I don't seem to be having what I'm looking for, which is super fun. Let's see here. So no dumb news this morning. Let's just go to the chat here. First of all, I think we'll start with the YouTube chat. It looks like David Edwards was first, West Virginia Pappy, number 2. And let's see here. Tefel, you are deterred. Preston, Bradley, Just Trucking. Good to see you guys. Deborah Pate, Window Liquor, A2Z, Janice. And let's see here. Atwood Threads. I finally caught a live. Laugh out loud. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. Here's the thing, guys. I'm striking while the iron is hot. I noticed last week, or actually early in the week, that everybody was like, all the bigs were like, this is my last live stream until the new year. And I'm like, dude, your people need you. Don't be a freaking slacker, you bunch of pussies. So here I am doing my thing. Let's see here. We're going to go on to the Rumble side. Cool Colt first. Deb the Sheepdog, number 2. Catitude, you are deterred. And Cool Colt is just like, saying hi to everybody. We got West Virginia Pappy. We got Tanker 389. You guys must be buds. And let's see here. And Tanker and Cool Colt has actually thrown a topic in the chat, which is awesome. David Edwards also says, I just read a hilarious article. The Secret Service is investigating Joe or Bo Duke. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Okay, guys. So now is your opportunity to keep the show going. It will roll as much as you make it roll. So everything in life is about effort and enthusiasm. And if you can apply those two things this morning, we can keep the live stream going. Let's see, who was that? Nobody. All right, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Cool Colt's topic while you guys type other topics in there. It looks like we have a handful on both sides. Rumble is winning. Rumble's winning, guys, by at least over 10 people. So all you people on the YouTube side, get your trash in one bag. Let's see here. So Cool Colt's topic is cautious approach when a gray man reveals his inner prepper, friend or foe. I've had one recently and am moving forward slowly. Okay, so personal story. Within the last few months, I've met somebody. No, I've met somebody who is a prepper who won't say that he's a prepper, but he is a prepper. And then he tells me he's a prepper. And the guy is no joke. The guy is absolutely no joke. He's got all the toys that everybody would absolutely want, and he's got the money to make them all work. Kind of hardcore. And I kind of respect it, but, you know, it took him a while to get to that point. You know, I think it's all about them revealing themselves to you, because if they're revealing themselves to you, they're either a fed or they honestly are looking for some kind of relationship with you, some kind of friend, you know, some kind of friendship with you, that because then they can talk about the things that they're really interested in. Maybe it's only talk, maybe it's not, maybe they're slowly recruiting you for a secret government plan. There's absolutely no way to tell. But what I can tell you is that it doesn't hurt. You know, it really does not hurt. You know, if he immediately wants to play, you show me, I'll show you mine. If you show me yours, then you probably might want to back away from that. But if you ask questions and they give you answers and they're not like, oh, super secret guy, then they're probably okay, to be honest with you. So yeah, there's that. I want to thank everybody for actually like typing an actual question or comment in the comments, because you failed. You absolutely failed. I wore the hat. I pushed the buttons, and you absolutely failed me. So I'm going to sip on some coffee, and you guys are going to type topics that we can talk about this morning. Otherwise, this is going to be the longest, shortest 5-minute stream pre-Christmas ever. By the way, this is also my last live stream until at the day after Christmas. Obviously, I would normally do a live stream Monday through Friday, and so I guess Tuesday you'll see me. I bought a cannon. Bree, Bree, good to see you. Yeah, you had a chance. Bree had a chance to watch me because the person that Bree normally watches isn't on right now because they're not that great. Okay, let's see. It's not Christmas until next week. I know that. I know that. I know that, Bob. Let's see. Deanna says, "Good morning. I don't know what's up with my notifications. Me either. It's in this thing. It's in this thing that controls your lives. I know Christmas is next week. All right, let's see here. Good morning. I don't know where are we at here. Let's see here. Atwood Threads says, Atwood Threads, didn't you just? Okay, there you go. Atwood Threads. I kind of go against the grain on the gray man thing. I really do not buy into it at all. If it's SHTF, then bad guys do not care about your Hello Kitty versus tactical pack. They just want what you have. Yeah, well, see, and that's actually a great subject, Atwood. And here's why. The whole theory behind gray man, okay, is that you're not noticed, okay? Once it's SHTF, absolutely 100% you're right. You're absolutely 100% right. They don't give a shit about Hello Kitty or Tactical or whatever it is. If they want it, they want it. But it's all about the before and the ability to blend in and disappear. Now, once it's full up SHTF, it's game on. It's game on. Absolutely 100%. And but here's the thing. Gray man is more of a concept for pre-SHTF and the ability to just kind of disappear, to blend in during normal times. Excuse me. Let's see here. But yeah, that great subject. All right, let's see. Bob Clancy says, "What's up with the Santa hat? It's the Christmas season, you dope." Let's see. Last night's stream has made me think I need a backup car that isn't financed. Then that came in from Catitude. And by the way, guys, I appreciate all of the comments that you guys are putting in there. Please continue. I will read them all. Yeah, last night. So last night, if you're a Patreon, we watched a movie about the economy. And how it all basically is owned by someone else, and all the money that we pay every day for our car loans and things like that, all just ends up in this giant pool of money that's on the international level that they can move anytime they want to. They can basically do anything they want with it. And that ownership is almost imaginary. So yeah, own a clunker. I love my clunkers, guys. Would I like to have a new vehicle? Yeah, listen, new vehicles are nice. You know, having that new car smell, or just a fancy button that does something, or the fact that it links to your phone the second you step within 200 yards of it. They're nice. They really are. But do you want to pay for your car for the next 6 years? You know what I'm saying? If you miss a payment, can they take your, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I love me an old clunker. You know, they run good. The Explorer and the Jeep are both paid for, never been financed. Let's see. They've got over 200,000 miles on them. You keep oiling them, you keep tires on them, you maintain them. They'll basically run until the big parts break. And actually, it's the little parts that break before the big parts do. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for these vehicles that just keep going, that don't empty your bank account. Let's see here. Let's see. Christmas season begins on 12/25. Bob, we're not going to get into a debate over Christmas. We're done. All right, let's see here. David Edwards asks, what are some of the better dehydrated meals to buy? Do not buy that junk from Walmart, guys. I absolutely hate them. The more money you pay for a dehydrated meal, the better it's going to taste. It really is the simple rule. I've never been in a situation, if you guys know anything about me, you know that I'm actually a hiker. And the more money that you pay for the meal, it's going to taste better. Now, as far as its shelf life, it's actually going to be shorter because the more expensive meals have more foods in them that basically have more oil in them, and then although that they're dehydrated, they still have more oil inside of them, and they will go rancid. So they're not going to last as long on a shelf. I'm trying to think here. I thought I had some of the crap up here to show you. Yeah, hold on a second. Okay, so three quick tips. So this stuff right here, Mountain House, absolute junk. Absolute junk. The only thing Mountain House makes, because they just can't screw it up, that is worth anything are the eggs. The eggs, they're good. Buy the eggs, eat the eggs, season the eggs, flavor the eggs, put stuff in the eggs. I don't care. They're going to be okay. You can't screw up eggs. So, but anything else that's got a flavor to it, like this, the macaroni and cheese, you can probably get away with the macaroni and cheese. It's cheese and macaroni. It's not that hard. But if you really get into like the flavored stuff, I really wish I had the ability to pin a video in here of a test that I did on the Mountain House teriyaki. And it looked good when it was rehydrated. But it was like teriyaki and rice or something, teriyaki chicken and rice or something. And it looked good when it was rehydrated, but it both smelled and tasted like hot dog water. It was absolutely atrocious. It was like I wouldn't feed it to my dog. It was really bad. Mountain House is the bottom of the barrel for dehydrated food. I do like these right here because these actually last for a while, and they're less expensive. So this would be like the next step up, these Coleman meals. They're really good at the chilies. What do we got here? We got this is Mountain Man stew, but their chilies are really, really good. Like I said, you can't screw the eggs up. I also don't mind that I can actually see the ingredients in the bottom of the bag. And you can see where it's like I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's actually like a chunk of meat up there, and then all the seasonings and mixes and vegetables are inside there, so that when you rehydrate this, there was actually like a giant chunk of meat. Now, it may have been processed, don't get me wrong, but there was still a giant chunk of meat in there. And I love when you get like people that have like the ingredients, it's like beef, and then it's like, or no chicken, and it's like there's these little slivers of chicken inside the meal, and it's like, there's no chicken in this thing. It's like they just went scrape, scrape, scrape. There's some chicken in your meal. It's pretty bad. Let's see here. Let's see. But generally, the more expensive the meals are. Let me pull up here real quick, because this is actually a reasonable question. And here's the thing, guys. You have to remember too, just because it's dehydrated does not mean it will last forever. Dehydrated means that all the water's out of it, but if it's not packaged correctly, then it's not going to matter. Let's see here. Where are we at here? If you want stuff that's going to be shelf stable like forever, look for the freeze dried stuff. And I don't think you're going to find any freeze dried camping meals, but you may get lucky. So I'm going to go with, let's go dehydrated food. There we go. There's a lot of this here. I'm going to go with dehydrated. Oh, shit. Camping food, dehydrated camping food, deep fries, REI. Oh, REI makes some freeze dried stuff. What do we got here? I didn't know that. And they've got 5 stars, but let me see if I can get this on the screen for you guys. Add to scene. Click this button. I'm getting better at clicking these buttons, guys. I'm getting better. I need my own guy who does this stuff for me. Let's see. Has it rolled over there yet? There it is. Okay, so this is actually on the REI website. I can't tell you if it's any better, but what I can tell you is that, once again, if it costs more money, generally speaking, it tastes better. This one right here, this is 4.5 stars. This is 4.5 stars. Peak 2 is really good. Alpine is really good. But you can see these are basically $10 to $13 per meal. Okay. Breakfast skillet. Okay. So Mountain House can pull that off. It's got eggs in it. Where are we at here? And I think that's basically going to cover it. This is we got the Peak Refuel. These are really, really good meals. The Peak stuff, I've had that before. I've never had the Patagonia before, but Patagonia is always more expensive than it needs to be. So I hope that answers your question. Now, if you're talking about on the preparedness side, freeze-dried, not dehydrated. Freeze-dried foods. And I always recommend that you buy from Augustin Farms, because you can buy one thing at a time. And in my opinion, it is the best freeze-dried food for preparedness, to put on your shelf on the planet. Yes, I am an affiliate. You will find a link someplace, but I don't push it on people. I like it because I can. Wait, hold on a second. There we go. I like it because it comes in these, and I can just put it on my shelf. Number 10 can. If I want to, I can crack the seal on this, but I won't until I need to. And then I can repackage it into smaller packages to use as we need to use it. So I do recommend that people buy from Augustin Farms in these 10 number 10 cans. And here's the thing, they have deals all the time, probably at least twice a month. I'm getting something from them saying, hey, we're getting ready to have a sale. Here it is. So you're going to be selling that. Now, one of the things that people don't like about Augustin Farms is their shipping. They don't like that they'll charge for shipping, but there's lots of people that do. But here's the thing, just buy Augustin Farms on Amazon. If you have an Amazon account, the shipping's paid for. You're done. So quit your bitching, right? Let's see. We're going to Bob showed up. You're not late. You're right on time. What do we got here? I'm going to check the chat. What do we got here? You guys threw some stuff in there. Let's see. And David, I hope that answers your question. If I didn't, do me a favor. If I went off into left field, do me a favor. Send me a message someplace, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Bradley asks, is there a scenario that makes heading into a city or major highway better than bugging out to the country? Ooh, I'm going to go with a no. Danger normally is directly affected by people. It's directly affected by people. And the more people there are, the more attitudes, opinions, ideas, fears, craziness, lack of medication. There's more of that when you go into a city, because these people are stacked on top of each other. And let's face it, in a bad situation, being in the city is probably the absolute worst place to be, because you have to deal with all of those problems, those human problems, on top of all of the infrastructure problems that are happening within that city that are making things unlivable. It's basically, mano a mano. These people are going to be fighting to the death, and you would never want to go into a city. Always go to the burbs, man. Always go to the burbs, and if you have the money, get your ass out to the country. All right, let's see here. LP Santa. Yeah, somebody was talking about that before, and then we dyed my beard, and now I don't look like Santa anymore. They don't care about your car. They want your land. That's absolutely true, Major Ken. Absolutely true, because they are different. There are companies out there that will, finance companies out there that are less lenient when it comes to financing on your car and you not making a payment. There are some out there that will just come get your car. They'll basically let you go for 3 payments and they'll come get your car, because your car is still an asset. It's still brand new. It's still resellable. You haven't had a chance to damage it or turn it into a trash can with 4 wheels. Your kids haven't thrown up in it. Your baby hasn't taken a dump in it. There hasn't been a diaper accident. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You haven't spilled your mocha latte inside the car yet. So they're definitely going to come get it. Let's see here. Window liquor. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I guess that's referring to the car or something. Let's see here. Window liquor says we just freeze dried 16 rotisserie chickens. Boom. I love it, man. Absolutely love it. Where are we at here? Leroy showed up. Good to see you, bro. Major Ken says, I do like Mountain House Chili Mac, though. I also like my Thrive freeze-dried foods. Yes, I have. Okay, so it's not that I don't like Thrive, guys. It's more of Thrive is expensive, okay? Thrive is expensive, not a joke, but they do make good food. They do sell it in the number 10 cans. They do make. In fact, I have a year's worth of Thrive underneath my bed. Not a joke. So it was the very first major prep that I ever bought. I spent like $1,000+ on this food. I went to a gun show in Raleigh, North Carolina, back when they were big. And when the gun shows were big in Raleigh, because they basically just fill up a warehouse full of freaking guns. It was unbelievable. It used to be something really fun to go to. And they had the Thrive people. The Thrive lady was there, and so I met her, and we talked about it, and it's okay. Here's my credit card. Take my money, and that stuff. I spent the weekend up in Raleigh, and that stuff was on my doorstep when I got home. Not a joke. Boxes and boxes and boxes of the stuff. So I've got about a year's worth of food underneath my bed. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Yeah, and the other thing, Major Ken, is that's one of those meals that you can't screw up. You can't screw up the eggs. Okay, you can't screw up the chili mac, because that's just spices, ground beef, and cheese. I mean, these are basic elements that they can't screw up. The ones that are really bad the Mountain House makes are the ones where they're having like a specific flavor. It's crap. It's crap. Let's see here. Always prepping. Always prepping. Good to meet you, bro. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed yet. You're probably here because all of the other live streamers are little girls and ran away, so they can spend time with their family. My family's like all around me. Let's see here. Shout out from Michigan. Good to go. My Patriot Supply is decent freeze-dried food. It's okay. It's okay. The problem with My Patriot Supply is they use the same company. First of all, disclaimer, guys, I used to be an affiliate for My Patriot Supply. It didn't work out. Contract ended. They asked me to re-up, and I was just like, no, we're good, bro. So I never want to say anything bad about them, but I can tell you factually that they get their stuff from the same place that a lot of other companies get their stuff, and they throw a label on it. So let's see here. Let's see here. Major Ken, you should do the Duels. You should go to Duels gun show. Where's Duels at, Major Ken? I love a gun show. Even if I don't buy a gun, I mean, yeah, it's kind of scary because I go there with the intent. I go there with a plan. It's like, I'm going to buy this box of ammo and that box of ammo. It's more like creative ammo, but and then I walk that shit back to the car, and then everything else after that is gravy. I might walk out with a gun. I'm not sure. What state is Duels in, Major Ken? That's what I'm trying to find out. All right, so let's go ahead and check out. Let's see here. West Virginia Pappy says buy used, make payments into savings for repairs. Wow. That's pretty smart, man. That's absolutely smart. I like creating a slush fund just to repair the vehicle. That's pretty smart because you would own it outright if you bought it used, right? I mean, I guess in my mind, it would be that way. Let's see. Leroy says hot sauce covers up a lot. Yeah, I know, but every meal shouldn't taste like hot sauce. I don't care. And from what I understand, they actually took the hot sauce out of the MREs. So screw them. Texas Pete's better anyway. Let's see here. Hicktown Honey says, I love puppies. Okay. Let's see here. West Virginia Pappy says, thoughts on Keystone canned meats. Ooh, that could be a sore subject. Let me check something. I'm trying to see if this is Keystone or not. I got to look at something before I say anything. Keystone meats. Okay. So, I mean, their packaging is really similar. Okay. So I'm going to say that this other company is different. Okay. So Keystone is actually pretty good. And the reason I say that is because you can buy it in a lot of places. Here, let me show you this screen right here. Boom, boom, and boom. We're going to go on over here. Okay, so Keystone is actually pretty good. So I didn't want to say anything, and I remember. So this company sent me this, and I have not done a review of it. And I haven't done a review of it because one, they sent it to me for free, and two, I don't want to say anything bad. Here's what I'll tell you. So this can of beef right here, I can buy at Walmart for $24. And this is the beef, okay? If you buy the same size can in pork, it's $9.22. You guys are seeing this on the screen, okay? They want $38 for this can, the company who sent this to me. And thank God they don't really have like a big thing here. But I will say that there's a frog in their logo, hint, hint. And so I don't want to say anything bad about them because they sent me this free can of meat that I'm putting my preps. I thought I smelled beef. It's probably just my brain. The Keystone is actually good. I've actually had it before, but as you can see, look at the labels. They're very similar to each other. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but they're very similar to each other. They just don't say Keystone. And here's the thing. It's my bet that you're probably getting this and the Keystone from the same exact factory. So this could be very good. I'm just not going to pay $38 for it when I can get the same can for $25. Okay. Let's see. Keystone is decent. I buy it from Walmart. There you go, Good Boys Guild. I mean, you either know it's good or you don't know it's good. It's that easy. You know what I'm saying? And I've had no one ever tell me that Keystone is bad. And those are the people that I pay attention to. If somebody tells me that something is awful, I'm like, okay, well, I might try it once just to make sure, but if you've got 10 people that tell you it's awful, it's awful. You don't need to taste it. So there's your answer. But yeah, and I probably need to go get some Keystone myself. You know what? I'm going to put that let me put that in my notes, guys. I'm going to put that in my notes, and I'm going to go buy some more Keystone. I got my little, if you guys have never used it, I use an app called Black Notes. You can make your own little folders and then just add things to it. Let's see here. Keystone meat. Because honestly, guys, that's kind of a big thing too in the preparedness community, is having long-term protein sources that you can put with long shelf lives that you can put on the shelf. I'm trying to see if this one actually has. It probably doesn't. Ingredients: beef and sea salt. distributed by, I'm not going to tell you the name, Ribbit. It's fully cooked, so you could actually just open this and eat it. So there's that. Okay, I think that's going to answer all of those questions. Let's see here. Spam and rice is really tasty with, I guess this is with, the damn heart is always in the way. Will last forever. That's actually pretty controversial. Will spam last forever? So the factory will tell you no, it does not, but the scientists will tell you that it does. So I'm going to trust the scientists because the fact it's in the best interest of the factory to say that it won't. It's up in Duels is up in Fairfax County. Got it. Chris Leroy says Fort Worth Gun Show is still pretty good size. Good. Let's see here. Window Liquor says we are milling out 80% lowers today. Whoa, nice. All right, let's see here. I got to go through these chats. Government has more control on the government has more control. This going back to the city versus country. The government has more control on a city. Yes, if they're there. Honestly, I really wouldn't worry about the government. I would worry more about the actual municipality law enforcement. If you go to a big city, they normally have, when they count their police officer, they count them in the thousands. That's why they have different precincts. So I'd worry more about them because the lower level guys are always bound to make the bad decisions. It almost never fails. Let's see here. And Hicktown Honey, Merry Christmas to you as well. Good Boys Guild. Got you. Let's see here. There's some. Hold on. There's a more detailed question there. I've never noticed that brand. How much sodium per serving? The Coleman. Let's see here. Hold on, Bob. Of course, I don't have my glasses on. All right. What do we got here? The number's pretty high, bro. Hold on a second. Let me get my eyeballs to focus. I have long range eyes. They're still not 123% of the recommended daily allowance. It's we're at 2,960 milligrams of sodium is inside of that. That should have answered your question. Let's see. Tanker 39 says, I don't know how people live in a city. I live in the middle of nowhere and wouldn't trade it for anything. It's a lifestyle. It's absolutely a lifestyle. People, they enjoy that the way their world is formed around them in the city, in the same way that we enjoy ours in the country. Let's see here. AF, have you done any comparisons? No, I have not done any comparisons, Bob. It's camping food. You eat it while you camp. It's not really survival food. Let's see here. Bob says survival frog was the astronomically expensive food. Correct. Hickdown Honey says, I like canning my own meat. It isn't for everyone, but I live getting local meat. I love getting local meat on the shelf. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been meaning to do it for a long time, but my schedule is killing me, guys. It's absolutely killing me. I don't think people understand how long it takes to make these videos, to work this community, to keep everything moving for you guys, so it doesn't go stagnant. So with that said, links below. All right, so Hickdown Honey says, if I buy canned, I go with Whirling and Sons canned meats. That's interesting. I've never heard of them before. Let's take a look at that. I am interested. Works GMO. Okay, that's Whirling. There we go. Whirling and Sons Meat Shop. Okay. We'll pop you guys in if it looks like it's worth the run. You know what? Let's just pop you in there anyway. Boop, boop, boop. And there we go. Okay, so it looks like it's a major business. All right. Famous canned meats, no hassle, 100% customer satisfaction. Start shopping. Let's take a look and see what they've got. I've never heard of these guys before. That's one thing that I really like about the prepping community is everybody has their own little niche. Everybody's like, it's like, so where do you get this and where do you get that? And then all these data points come together to find out that you may have been doing it wrong. You may I've not even known about these guys forever. So, okay, so looks like it's like a bulk thing. Actually, it looks a little expensive, to be honest with you. So if we go with the canned beef, which we were just looking at, unless these are number 10 cans, which those might be number 10 cans. Holy shnikey, that's a lot of beef if that's a number 10 can. What do we got here? Let me look at these ingredients. Beef and sea salt. Okay. Let's see here. 14 ounces or 28 ounces. Either a 6 or 12 pack. Pick up. Okay. I mean, they might be worth it. I mean, it's just beef and sea salt. So it's like any other canned meat, but it's all right. So size, choose option. 14.5 ounces. Choose an option. I'll get the 6-pack. And these are the small cans. So 6-pack. So it's basically $10 a can at 14.5 ounces. And let's see here. What is this? What size is this? What size is this? This is 28 ounces. All right. So let's change that to the 28 ouncer. And we're going to go with the 6-pack. And that's $100. $100 for 6 cans. So, I mean, I think the math is there. I think it's actually pretty good. Calculator. I mean, we're not talking about taxes or anything yet. So divided by 6. So no, that's wrong. 100 divided by 6. So it's $16 a can. $16 a can. That's good. That's really, really good. I mean, you got to buy a 6-pack for $100, but that's pretty good. If you've got the money to buy in bulk like that, that's really pretty good. So yeah, thank you very much. And Hicktown Honey, you remember those names because I might be coming to ask you that stuff later. Where are we at here? Pushing that button. There we go. What do we got here? Where are we at here? You know what? We're going to start putting some stuff, making some stuff happen over here. Captions, we're going to turn that off. Chat. All right. What's this saying? Brad says, I'm stuck in the middle. I'm 2 minutes from rural small town and 2 minutes away from the country. Wow. If you're only 2 minutes away, bro, you're not stuck in the middle. You are someplace. Leroy, Major Ken says, okay, hold on, bro. Let me get you the full site. You don't need to be on the beef site. Let's get you the full site. Let me get that for you real quick there. Asking you shall receive. There you go. All right, let's go on back here. And we were talking about this. Let's see here. I'm stuck in the okay. Yeah, dude. If you're 2 minutes from either of them, you're in one of them. 2 minutes is nothing. 2 minutes is nothing. Normally, the standard is 15 minutes. So 15 minutes driving is normally how they differentiate the difference between specific places. You just got to figure out which one you're actually in. Let's see here. Chris says, I can do meat myself. Where are we at here? Go like the live. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Hicktown. I haven't asked yet, but guys, if you haven't hit that like button, do me a favor. Please do that now. It does help. What do we got? Not any bad price. So the newsman. Hey, newsman, I don't recognize you. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for showing up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when I go live Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. I can most of all my deer meat. Every deer season works out pretty well. Absolutely. Newsman, how long does that last you? Does it last you the entire year if you take a good sized deer? I mean, I don't know where you are. Deer in North Carolina are like 100-pound dogs. But, you know, if you come up to Virginia, they're 150 pounds. Wherever you are, they might even be bigger. I don't know. So let us know in the chat if you like about your average size deer and if it lasts you throughout the year until the next hunting season. Let's see here. Bob Clancy, Cat, My Patriot Supply. Bleh, bleh, bleh. And I feel like a bit of a hypocrite too. So the thing is, guys, My Patriot Supply doesn't make bad stuff, but they don't make stuff that's any better than anybody else's stuff. And the falling out that I had with them was over business. It wasn't over product. So if you want to buy My Patriot Supply, you can survive on it. I have it in my pantry, not a joke. I have boxes of it in my pantry. So let's see here. Star says the deer disappeared here past week. I mean, it happens. Believe it or not, deers do migrate. People say they don't, but they do. They're wild animals. They will migrate to where the food is and away from where the danger is. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, I know it's a lot of sodium. Well, that's how they keep these things. One of the ways they keep these things, make them last so long. And it's also, let's face it, there's a lot of sodium in this because of the flavoring. You can see it all in there. You can see all the powder wrapped around everything. Oop, there you go. So it's all about the flavoring. Let's see. Hicktown, it's local to me and my family. Oh, are you saying that meat place is local to you guys, Hicktown? And the chat just went dead. Guys, do me a favor. Type 1 in the. Everybody, type 1. Type 1 now. And so we can wake this chat up. Let's see here. Hicktown Honey has been holding out in the Whirling freezer dried meat. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Yeah, Window Licker's got to be his own man. What about the report that deer had wasting disease? Yeah, we get wasting disease every year in the United States. Wasting disease is very similar to rabies in raccoons and rabies in what do we got? Foxes or fox and coyotes. You know, it's very similar to that. It's going to happen, and we just kind of need to understand that and not worry so much that, oh my God, that one's got wasting disease. Now they all do. Let's see. Star says, been told that poachers been coming from Toronto by the sheriff. They camp along the water lines. Gotcha. David Edwards, more fear. More. Hold on. Let me check my pockets. Oh, sorry. I'm all out of fear, man. Let's see here. Tefel, good to see you, bro. And Newsman. Yeah, I don't recognize you. Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. Always prepping. One more fear. Where we got here? Beef, not book. I got you, Bob. No worries. Did deer love my chestnut tree? Dude, when I lived on the last place that I lived in that property that I started a lot. Well, I wouldn't say I started, but we gained traction. Every single plant had a nut or a berry hanging off of it that humans could eat and deers could eat too, and they absolutely loved it. The deer loved the pear trees. Let's see here. Janice says, are there signs or do the deer need to be tested? Generally, there are signs. They look like zombies. They like parts of their body are falling off. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. So the chat is running dry. I mean, we've been doing this for almost 45 minutes, so it's not a big deal if we quit now. Unless you guys throw another question in there, we'll look at some quick news stuff here. Let's see here. The deer migrate to my food plot. Yes, they do. Okay, so we're going to take a look at very quickly. Where are we at here? Let's see here. We're going to scan over this article. Let me go boop and boop. And as you guys know, all the patrons know I'm constantly looking for things to talk about. You know, I ran across this article here. This actually came out today. The biggest threats to preppers in 2024. And we're not going to read the article, but I think that there are going to be some pretty simply understood concepts. The first one is supply chain issues. We're always afraid food is going to run out. And yeah, it does from time to time. Cyber threats. Yeah, we've talked about this numerous times on this channel. It is a real thing. It is happening, and we should be very aware and prepared for it. Social unrest, constantly happening. As we get closer to the election, it will get worse. It's my prediction that starting next year, after everybody's done with their happy, joy, Christmas, New Year stuff, they'll start burning shit down again because they're nuts. Because they know, I mean, we already know they're already pissed off because, or should I say, they're already gleeful that President Trump is taken off a ballot in Colorado, and the instantaneous the next day, like 6 states are like, we want to do it too. But they know it's illegal. They know it's wrong. They know it's unconstitutional. And these 4 judges now know that they will not have a license to practice law in probably the next few months. Let's see here. And that social unrest, keying back off on they'll start burning stuff down when this gets struck down in the Supreme Court. The nutbags will go crazy. The people who are paid to riot will come out. They're probably already lining up and reserving the buses to drive them to the places. So be ready for it. If that stuff happens in a town near you, stay away from it. It's bad news. Economic collapse, guys. We watched that video last night. It's the real deal. We are still being throat punched, regardless of this hat. We are still being throat punched every day with all of these problems. And so it drives fear, and fear drives preppers. We don't want to feel a certain way, so we prepare so we don't have to feel that way. It's that easy. It's science. Natural disasters. Terrorist and EMP attacks. Yes, this is real, guys. This is absolutely real. It's one of the throat punches that comes at us every single day. If you have not seen my video on, if you go to YouTube and you use their search engine and you just type EMP, it will take you to a video that talks about how EMPs work and how to protect yourself. Unexpected illnesses and injuries. Yes, this is something we do not think about. We do not think about. As you guys can see, there's a Jace case back there. I make sure that I have penicillin, amoxicillin, all the cillins for all of my loved ones are here in the command center. And you should have them too. Link in the description. All right, let's see here. I think that's going to be about it right there. Let me go ahead and switch off of this. Boom, there we go. Looks like we had a question. I see a do you think, but I'm trying to find it over here. Pallets of bricks on the streets corner. Yes, we've seen that, West Virginia Pappy. All right, see here. Do you think we will have an election? Window liquor. Wow, hard question, man. You got to nail me with a hard question at the very end. I'll switch this back over where it belongs. Wait, which side is graduate? Is this side graduate or is this side graduate? I can't remember. Tough question. The question is, do you think we will have an election? Wow, man. Here's the thing. Right now, the left has pulled out all of the stops. They're highly litigious. Everything is solved in a courtroom now for these people. And it has to be because they've put people in places. It's on the left. Graduate is on your left. I'm a graduate of the Santa Club. I'm gonna do that. Did I get that right? I'm gonna get that. That's all right. When it gets cold, guys, I'm gonna get the Russian bear hat out. I'll start wearing that on Fridays. So let me see if I can. I've got to be able to explain this to you so that it's logical. First, they tried to impeach him, and then they tried to impeach him again, and then they went after his family, and then they went after all of his friends, and then they went after him, and none of it's working. Even the things he's been found guilty of would not stop him from being the president because people don't care. And they're now realizing that every single time they do something to him, his numbers go up in the poll. Right now, he has over a 60% approval rating. If the election happened today, 60% of the population would vote for him. So the only choice now is to get him off of the ballots. It's the only way they can do it. And it's funny too, because even the judges in no, not the judges, but the Secretary General of Colorado said that you weren't even allowed to write his name in. He couldn't be a write-in, which is completely 100% unconstitutional and is actually the death blow behind their case. Because anybody in America who's 35 years of age that was born in this country and is not this felonious person or didn't actually have an insurrection, and you can't have an insurrection without being armed, and nobody was. And the only people that got killed was a lady who was just pissed off. And none of it worked. So they had to take him off of the ballot. When this blows up in their face, that may be their last card. They may say, because everybody's getting throat punched, everybody's freaking, the world's on fire. Guys, I just have to tell you, for now, we're going to have to suspend elections so that I can run the country as bad as I normally do. And that is a possibility. Hopefully that answered your question. The newsman. For 2 people, assuming a person gets their bag limit of 4 deer at 100 pounds minimum is sufficient amount of meat if you're canning it to get you to the next deer season. Okay, so I love this math, man. I love this math. You got to hang out with us more, dude. 9:30, Monday through Friday. For 2 people, assuming a person gets their bag limit of 4 deer. So that is 4 times 2, that's 8 deer at 100 pounds minimum. So that's 800 pounds. You're saying that is sufficient meat for you to can to get to the next deer season. Wow. That's a lot of meat. Did I get the math? Okay. If I got the math right, type the number 5. If I got the math wrong, type the number 7. That's right. I'm not going to make it easy for you. Let's see here. With the whole Trump on the ballot thing we just talked about, other states are talking about taking Biden. Other states are talking about taking Biden off the ballot. That's not legal. Let's see. EMP Shield or DEFCON 3 will work both on a car. Bob, I've never heard of DEFCON 3, and you know that I affiliate for EMP Shield, and they are the best. Matter of fact, I actually contacted EMP Shield, my contact over there, yesterday about an EMP Shield for a Humvee. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Okay, let's see here. While you guys are typing those fancy numbers in the chat, I want to read you something. I want to talk to you guys. I want to read this to you. I got to set this up right, because you don't need to know the guy's name. Make sure there's no. I want to talk to you guys, and here's the thing. I affiliate myself with companies that have solid products and solid people. And so I want to read this to you. This is from EMP Shield. I'm sorry. This is from the Midwest Preparedness Project. I got this email this morning from Spags. It says, "Good morning, everyone. 2023 has been a monumental year of of growth and success within the homesteading and preparedness communities. I witnessed so many people come together for the sake of friendship and community. The growth of the Midwest Preparedness Project was astronomical, and our success directly ties back to all of you. As we approach Christmas and New Year's, I wanted to personally take the time to thank all of you for your support. 2024 is almost here, and with it a new year of events that we are planned and ready to go. That we have. I don't want to be. The grammar police are not here. But until then, let's take the last few days of the year to reflect on what we have and be thankful for each other. I know that I'm thankful for each of you. Merry Christmas, and may your new year find you full of faith, family, and fellowship. Regards, Bobby Spags, Midwest Preparedness Project Director." And you don't need his phone number. Sorry. Let's see here. With that said, guys, with that said, it is 1 hour into this, and let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and cut it off for right there. And obviously, this will be the last live stream until next Tuesday. Let me check the calendar here real quick. Yes, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I will be back. And oddly enough, none of the other live streamers will be because they're all pussies. Okay, guys, I think that's going to be about it. Make sure that you have a great Christmas with your family. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Patreons, you will find me in the Discord. If you like to support the channel, links below. Get on that shit. Love you guys. Bye-bye.